Okay, so I'm not gonna lie to you. I wish I could tell you a very dramatic story as to, I'm crying, I'm sad. I didn't know what cancer was when I first was diagnosed with cancer. Amira, I think you're next. Hi. Hi. So I have a question. This is Miss Fair from Nonfiction. Hi everybody, my name is Amira Fair. I am your radio personality on Nonfiction The Spill. Make sure you tune in every Sunday from 4 to 6. Growing up back in the 90s, I must admit I had a very great childhood. I had a family, I have a family that loves me. Grew up with my sister, my mother, my father, and I used to just travel as a kid. I had a great huge, vivid imagination as a child as well. And I was pretty happy. I can't lie. I had a lot going for myself and I was surrounded by a lot of love. And if you would have asked me as a child, Amira, where do you see yourself at 21? The answer I would give people was, oh, you're going to be a biotechnologist and you're going to just go off to Harvard or MIT, that's where I wanted to go to college, and be successful and smile.
I don't think anything could ever prepare you or prepare a mother to hear that her 21-year-old healthy daughter that she sent away to college and was absolutely fine, that she has cancer.
I would like to think my family's like a hood Huxtables. Like, we didn't have it all. We didn't grow up in a brownstone, but we were pretty tight-knit. And when this happened, I could tell that the core of my family was at a very uncertain space. I had family members on the outside, my aunts and uncles calling me to see how I was doing. I had my father who was very concerned, very sensitive that his baby girl, I'm the youngest of 5, that was going through such a situation that he can't protect his daughter from. Because as fathers, they want to protect their children. And I saw my dad in a very vulnerable state. My mom was very sensitive. My sister was pretty strong.
When I first found out that my sister Amira was diagnosed with cancer, initially I had mixed emotions because she had a tumor so large she thought she was pregnant, and I was super happy that she wasn't pregnant in college. And then it kind of hit me that this isn't a good thing, it's cancer. So when that happened, I felt a little disappointed and confused and not really knowing what to do. So after thinking about it some time, I just began to think about Amira's personality and her will and her strength. And I knew that there was only one option for her, and that would be greatness.
Even when I talked to my grandmother, God rest her soul, I remember one of her last words to me was that she was very concerned about what was going on. And I had the family turned upside down because of what happened. So even though I went through it gracefully, I didn't realize everybody else around me were highly affected by what I was going through. So as I'm going to the doctor's appointment, I'm walking all extra happy and I'm smiling and everything. And my doctor's like, wow, you're so happy. And I'm like, yeah, why wouldn't I be? Like, come on. So I get to the appointment and the doctor sat me down next to my parents and said, Ms. Fair, I failed to inform you that you have ovarian cancer and we're going to have to start chemotherapy soon.
Ovarian cancer is a very rare cancer. I think the statistic says it's about 11 in about 100,000 patients.
Lately, in the last 6 years, I've noticed younger women are going through cancers, breast cancers, ovarian cancers, uterine cancers, and it's alarming to see that.
If you have a family history of ovarian cancer, it puts you at a high suspicion for having ovarian cancer. Well, the symptoms for ovarian cancer is the biggest challenge for medicine right now, because most patients don't experience symptoms until they're far gone in the cancer. Typical symptoms is like loss of appetite, increase in abdominal girth, which means your abdomen kind of gets swollen, you get bloated, and you may have gastroenterology problem like stomach pains or stomach aches.
I didn't understand, again, the severity until I went through my second round of chemotherapy. And then that's when I started losing my hair, I started losing weight, I experienced chemo brain, and that's when I was like, oh wow, this is what cancer feels like. I think as time progressed with my diagnosis and everything, I was more so terrified. I really had difficulty trying to relate to people and try to understand my struggle and to be an adult, or learning to be an adult and learning to take on this plight that I had in my body. Like, you have cancer, you're an adult, you're about to graduate, you got cancer. Like, how do you now combine this and be the best person you can be?
So what I tell people is to be cautiously optimistic. Cautiously optimistic means you're hopeful, but doesn't mean you have to say everything is 100% and it's going to be wonderful. But you can say, I'm positive, I'm hopeful.
Cancer is something that is very backpedaling, if you don't mind me saying that. It's really backpedaling. I watch myself and other people now knowing what cancer is and experiencing it take a back step on their lives because of this disease. I hope I'm alive to see a cure that diminishes cancer and that we don't have to worry about that nasty plague, because if it was up to me and if cancer was a person, I'll beat her up, honestly.
It's not the end of life. Just understand that. Have a hope and have faith that this is something that you're dealing with, not who you are.
So today, I'm getting my port taken out. I don't know how to feel about this. This is something I've been wanting for a long time, and now it's finally here. For those who don't know what a port is, it's a bump. It's like some kind of device they put in your chest. You see the bump right there, guys? They put it in your chest, so when you get chemotherapy, it's able to circulate better versus putting it in your arm, and also it stops the scarring, because if they put chemo through your arm multiple times, your arm will look like a heroin addict. It has like 3 little bumps in there, and it's attached to your main artery, which circulates throughout your whole body. I had this device in my body now for almost 3 years, and it's leaving today in the next couple of hours. I'm scared, excited, nervous. Although I'm happy, it'll be selfish for me to be too happy because somebody's dealing with this. Just pray for me. And I remember after finishing chemotherapy, I was in a place that I knew that I was too isolated and I needed to socialize with people. And I went to Bloomfield, and I ended up actually deciding to stay on campus. And I had to learn what it was to be around people again and try to understand who I was. Cancer saved my life in the weirdest way. It really did. And even though it hurt me, it healed me too.